Hi all. Welcome to the garage, I suppose. Yeah, so today we're gonna be taking apart the Savage Model 10. I took it to the range for its first few shots, and I was very optimistic when I went to the range, a little too optimistic, and my expectations of the rifle definitely were cut short very, very quickly. I sighted it in at 50 yards, and it was printing pretty decent groups. And when I took it out to 100 yards and I went to make adjustments, I found out that the scope rail was loose. So basically, luckily I had tools with me. Never ever forget tools when you go to the range. So I basically had to take the scope off and then tighten down the rails and put the scope back on. And then after that, the groups were like 4 inches at 100 yards, and I wasn't having a very pleasant day. So today we're just going to be taking it apart, cleaning it, and then blue Loctiting all the threads and screws and things so that doesn't happen again. Alright, let's get started. Yeah, so I took everything apart, and it obviously, since the stock has an aluminum bedding block, which, as you can see, that's actually pretty nicely machined, if I do say so myself. Has an aluminum bedding block, so that increases accuracy while keeping weight down, which is great. But as you can see, there's like a line there where the action and barrel assembly kind of rub up against the that chassis. So that can be good things, and it could also be bad things. For now, for being such an inexpensive rifle, it's not that bad of a thing that happens. It's not bad at all. But it helps to see the actual contact points of the action itself. So I'm just wiping this down right now with some rubbing alcohol. So hopefully that cleans. Yeah, look at all that junk, man. Cleans it up a little bit. I might be bumping the camera here and there since I'm pretty much leaning over the camera itself. That's our disconnect. That's our trigger. Seems to be a pretty nice trigger from the, I think, 60 rounds that I actually ended up shooting out of this. And that's the sad thing, is when you go to the range with a new rifle, you expect everything to be honky-dory, and you end up being disappointed at the end of the day, and then you just kind of are upset. So hopefully with this, I should have done this first when I first got it, but I'm not a thinker. So, alright, so we're gonna rub this down with rubbing alcohol. This is actually a nice aluminum rail. It has 20 MOA already built into it, as you can see by the 20 MOA. And it seems pretty rock solid. I mean, it's an aluminum rail, so I mean, I don't think there's anything more rock solid than maybe steel. But every aluminum part on this definitely helps with weight. Whereas everything, the whole package together, weighs about 11 pounds, which is absolutely nuts. So, alright. So I still have rubbing alcohol on these. I'm going to wipe down each of the screws individually. I hope I didn't strip that. Yeah. I don't know, some of these screws kind of look like they're stripped. I hope that they're not, because this is a brand new rifle. And normally I torque my stuff down by feel, and I have a pretty decent sense of torque, I guess. is what you'd call it. But yeah, so let's get to reassembling. Alright, now that we got everything all put back together, I can finally put this away. And I can finally put this back together. There we go. So, yeah, the action's pretty simple. I'm definitely a big fan of Savage. They're definitely a great rifle. But it's probably me, it's actually most likely me, that's not giving credence to the rifle itself, essentially. So once all the blue Loctite and stuff is dried and is good to go, it says cures fully in 24 hours. I don't have 24 hours, so I'm gonna give it probably like 6 hours to dry fully, and then I'm gonna take it back out to the range and see if I can actually put some proper groups down. So yeah, that's actually the beginning of this series, which is you'll see the title. So this is the start of that video, and this series is essentially going to be running through hopefully the entire life cycle of this rifle. I do plan on going to matches and basically trying to push this rifle to its absolute limits in accuracy, all for under $1,000. So I'll do a cost breakdown video once I go to the range, and we'll go from there. So subscribe for more, and comment what you want to see me do with this rifle. So I definitely like reading comments. I like listening to people's ideas. So take care and have a good day. Stay safe while shooting.